Okay, so today we're going to learn about, well, we're going to go over what we did yesterday about reflection. Okay, so this is a video. If you need to see it again, you can watch it again, or again if you need to watch it. But this is what we did yesterday, basically. Okay, so we have our shape here. It's at the points basically 3, 2, 2, 5, and 3, 5, and it's a triangular shape again, similar to the shape that we did yesterday. Okay, so when you have a reflection point, it will look something like this. Usually, there are other ways, but this is the common way at the moment. So what it does is it says x equals 2. So what we do is we go on our line x. Okay, so this is a bit different than what we usually see. We usually see two numbers, but we go on our line x. And we go to position 2, which is right here where my cursor is. So x equals 2 is at this position here. So what we want to do is we want to draw a line through that position, x equals 2. Okay, so I'm just going to, it's going to be a bit different in your books, but I'm going to draw a line here going through that 2 position. Alright, so, whoops, I'll do that again. Going through that 2 position. And, okay. Let's change the color of it so we can kind of see where it is. We'll make it a little bit bigger. So this is our reflection line. Okay, so we have to reflect this triangle and this line to this line here, x equals 2. Alright, so the way that we do this is we look at our shape and we compare it to that line. Okay, so we look at one point at a time. So we'll start with this point here. Okay, and we look at the reflection line and we say how far away is that point from the reflection line? Well, it's only one square, isn't it? It's just one square away, like that. So what we want to do is from the reflection line, because we're reflecting it on the other side, we want it to be the same. So our first point is going to be 1 point from the reflection line, 1 square. So here is our first point here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so then we look at our next point, which is going to be this point over here. So how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 3 squares across. 1, 2, 3. So we look at our reflection line again, and we go the same in the opposite direction for a reflection. So we go 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be our point here. So it's going to be first point is here, second point is here. Now I'm going to compare this one here, which is how many away from the reflection line? 1 square. So again, we count here, 1 square, and this is going to be our last point here. Okay, so now we've got our 3 points of our shape. We can draw our shape. Alright, so I'm just going to draw from here to here. Whoops, it's not clicking properly, that's alright. To here. Okay, so that's going to be our shape. Yeah, so hang on, let me just make that a little bit, let's go 3 so you can see where it is. Alright, so you can see it's the same distance from the mirror line on each side. Again, same here, same distance on the mirror line. Now, let's say we have this one here, and this equation is y equals -1. So how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to look at -1 on the y. Okay, so this is our y and this is -1. And we're going to draw a line through that -1. That's going to be our reflection line. It's going to be at y -1. Okay, so I get my point here. I draw my line through y -1. Okay, I'll just make that so you can see it. And I'll give it a color. Alright, so we'll go blue again. Okay, so this time we're going to be checking from this side here. Okay, so it would be, this is our mirror line here, so we have to check how far it is away from the mirror line. So if we were to go 1, 2, 3, we've got a point there. Alright, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. This is going to go off my paper, but that's alright. Okay, so then we look at the next one. over here. Again, that should be the same. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Reflects there. Okay, and then our last one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually off my graph, which is down here. And then we can draw our shape. So our shape goes from here to that point there, to that point there, to that point there. Okay, and that is our shape. I'll just make it a bit thicker so we can see it. Okay, that's our shape down there for y equals -1. Now the y equals -1 is talking about this line here that goes through -1 on the y. Remember, this one here is x equals 2. Okay, so that's how to do reflection. Now, the sheet that you have is right here. Okay, so this one, for example, here, it shows 7 minus 2. Okay, 7 minus 2. Okay, so here, actually, if I can zoom in a little bit to that. 7 minus 2. So if it has two values like this, 7 minus 2, all it's asking you to do is to move the shape 7 places and to across. So I would take this point here. We want to move it 7 across, which is the top one. Remember, x, actually I'll do this with a pencil. X is the first value, okay, and then the second value is y. Okay, that's the bottom value. So x is across and y is up and down. Yeah, pretty drawing, isn't it? Okay, so 7 across. So this point here is what we're going to be looking at. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to go here. Okay, and then this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to go here. And then this one here. Actually, I can tell what the shape is just by looking at the shape, so I don't need to count them all. So now I can just go, okay, that line goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, 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 and there. Okay, so that's a translate one, that one. That's what we were doing before. Oops, sorry, I got my shape wrong, didn't I? Actually goes from here to here, to here, to here. If I get my shape right. Okay, so it looks like this. Yeah. So if it has that, 7 minus 2 or something, where's another one? Let me see. Here's another one. So, well, where is it? There it is. So we've got -4 and 8. That's a translate. Okay. So the other ones that we have here is this one here. It says 180 degrees about A. So for this one, what you do is you'd get your piece of paper, you'd put it, well, you wouldn't use that one because it can't see it. So you put your piece of paper on top of this. You remember to draw your dot where that dot is. Okay, then you draw your shape on your piece of paper. Okay, there's my shape. And then what you do is you turn your paper around. Remember, each turn of your paper is 90 degrees. So we'll turn it around completely 2 times. So it goes, this is our paper like this. We would turn it around one more time like this. That's 90 degrees. And then we'd turn it around so it was like this. And that would be the point on our paper. And we would draw it how it is on the paper. Okay. Alright, so that is the rotation one. 180, you put it on about A. So this is A here, and that's what you're going to rotate it around. Okay, alright. So then we have this one here, over here, and it says QR and all it's asking you to do is to reflect it on QR. So basically you're looking at this point and you're saying it's 2 gaps, so here it's going to be 2 gaps, okay, and then basically I know that it's going to go across to there because it reflects to this one here, okay, so I go like that, and it goes down 1, it goes across 2, goes up 2, and then it goes little diagonal and like that, and that would be my shape. Okay, so what you do is you do that to all of the shapes that are on here, and then what it does is it spells out a little bit of a message on here for you guys when you're finished. Okay, so that's what you need to do today for math. Good stuff.